So I had pretty much debilitating anxiety and panic attacks, channeled with some depression. I had unexpectedly lost my beloved dog back in May, and I didn't know how to cope, and I realized that I had some grief I was holding on to as well from my grandpa's passing about 10 years prior. So my friend had told me about the Drake Center, and I decided I knew conventional therapies were probably not going to be the route I wanted to go. I wanted to actually fix my issue. My job requires me to drive everywhere, and it's kind of difficult when you can't drive or be a passenger to go do what I do. So I knew I had to make a leap of faith and just try something that's out of my comfort zone. So I am very happy that I found the Drake Center. I'm so happy I found ketamine, especially being a control kind of freak that I am. I had to kind of relinquish all control to them and just trust the process and trust that this was going to be my savings grace. I learned that transparency was going to be the best thing. So the more open you are with them, the more they can actually help you with your journey. And I knew I was at a point where I was just ready to feel normal again. And I think that helped, just knowing I could trust them as well. You could hear their compassion with everything that they've done so far. So after that initial consult with the Drake Center, then you move into prepping for what ketamine is for that first session. And if you're okay with that, then you go ahead and you move forward and you come into your first ketamine session. And I was definitely nervous. I have never done anything harsher than little, THC here and there. So this was a little harder for me because I didn't know how I was going to react. And I will tell you, I felt an instant sense of calming right after my first session. I felt like a cloud had been lifted from above my head. I was able to actually drive to one of my work functions the next day, the same route I had done the week before that I couldn't do, and I had to pull over about 5 times just to make it there. Went from start to finish, no stops. That was after my first session. And then it started after each one. I started getting more and more comfortable driving and feeling like I can control my anxiety, all with the thanks to the Drake Center. As of right now, just doing the art integrative with Jackie. So incorporating meditation, talk therapy with her, and painting to kind of get my head out of my own head to keep moving on with the journey of being able to be present and deal with anything life can throw at me at this point. Talk therapy, your traditional therapies aren't for everyone. And I would say that if you are hurting, if you are anxious all the time, if you're having panic attacks, if you are depressed, if you are just going through a hard time and you don't know where to turn, I would definitely tell you, go this route. I feel like it definitely heals you more than putting a Band-Aid on something. If I hadn't found the Drake Center, I probably would still be a hermit and not able to leave my house, not able to do normal daily functions that I knew I should be able to do and that I couldn't. So I would tell you, take the leap of faith, do it for you. And I'll tell you, after 2 months, you will not even know who that person was.